my kids graduate in 2 years. They'll get to make their own decisions. But I mean, my kids are really into sports. My daughter wants to play volleyball in college, which is a conventional, path. My son, I don't know. I fully support taking a year off now. I fully support not going to college. I think if you can get into a top 10, 15 school, you'll get enough of a network benefit that I would go to college. I would go to an Ivy just for the relationships, for those authentic relationships with people. If you can't get into one of those schools, I think the idea of taking a year off and experiencing the world and culture and people and having that college experience, if you can afford it, would be a really cool substitute for the social experience you otherwise would have received at a 4-year university. Then you start your real life 3 years earlier than everyone else with virtually no debt, no college debt, and you have a lot of optionality. You can now go work an internship for someone, right? You can go learn at real companies. You can go to a trade school. You can do what we discuss, which is becoming hyper proficient in AI and maybe just going and starting a lifestyle business where you have a bunch of clients, or maybe you just work for one person, one company as an AI proficient person. I call them AI translators, right? I think every company in the world needs an AI translator, someone just to be that medium between the world of AI and all of their problems. So anytime you have a problem, that AI translator or team of AI translators can discern, can we fix that problem using AI at pennies on the dollar as opposed to how we were fixing that problem a few years ago? These aren't AI prompt engineers. These are people that can just properly assess the right tool sets and capabilities of artificial intelligence and degree to which it can be leveraged to solve problems inside of business and enterprise. I think that becomes one of the biggest careers going forward. I don't know what the world will call them, but that's what I call them. I would encourage my kids to slow down, not rush into anything, take a year off. Again, go travel, do that. Pennies on the dollar compared to what college costs, right?
Yeah.
You're going to doing the whole Europe thing, and I never did that. I think that would be fun. Meet people though, because like at the end of the day, the one resource that will become infinitely valuable going forward are human relationships. So go out and meet people all around the world your age, because you'll end up potentially working with those people or for those people, right? And that's the one thing that's so special still. How do you get a job? Through relationships, authentic relationships. So go out and build a lot of authentic relationships. Then get training in the real world, because no college is going to teach you what you need in the real world. I'm sorry. Like they cannot recreate those curriculums fast enough, because as soon as they like tweak the curriculum to be an AI friendly curriculum, AI has changed again. So just like the whole concept of going to a 4-year university, no matter how much they say they're keeping up with the times, is BS. I would take an alternate path unless you get into a top 10, 15 school. And again, it's all about the network and relationships. It's not for the schooling.
Right.
And of course, there are paths where you still need to go to college, medical, and various things, right? But that's the advice I have for my kids. And I would be really supportive of alternative, unconventional pathways for them. And I think as parents, we all have to be open to unconventional pathways. And I know that's hard, especially for boomers or even Gen X like me, because we're like, what, you're not going to college? No. I think not going to college is going to be the new going to college, where it's like you were smart enough to know that you shouldn't go to college.
Completely agree with you on that one.
And you have the confidence in yourself that you were savvy enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
right.
that you were self-educated enough to know that college is not the right move. It's weird to say that, but I think that's where we're headed.
I agree with that. It sounds like Naval Ravikant. He says, the way I test someone's intelligence is if they are living the life that they want to be living. Basically, not just being a sheep going to college because everyone else is going to college, but being able to see the playing field for what it truly is and navigate it to the best of their ability.
And I'm kind of doing that with my own life right now. Like this whole next phase of my life is just cool stuff with close friends. And like, I'll only do business stuff if it's really fun and enjoyable and it's with someone I'm really close with and trust, you know? And it's like, so part of the reason why I want to work with creators with this incubation podcast studio in Austin is because I enjoy working with creative people. I enjoy working with ambitious people. I enjoy how hard it is. Like, it's probably one of the hardest things to do. There was like, how many podcasters are there? Like 20 million or something? Like, how many top 20? What's the statistical chance of incubating a top 20 podcast? Almost impossible. That, to me, that challenge is what excites me. So, and to get to take that journey with creative, ambitious people, I mean, I'm at a stage in my life where like, and by the way, I'm constantly talking to like these guys who sold their companies who are worth like 50 million to 10 billion almost on the daily now. And this is the conversation I have with them. And I have this and they look at me and they're like, I had one guy tell me last week, he sold his company a couple of years ago. I think I'm going to go buy that bonsai shop that me and my daughter like so much. I was like, yeah, you're getting it now. Like, you love your daughter and you and her love bonsais. Like, why don't you buy the shop? Why don't you create it's been around for 30 years in Dallas. Like, why don't you create an e-commerce model with her? Why don't you figure out, maybe you could bring some content creators in, have fun with it, have it be like a newer generation, bring in like artificial intelligence for marketing and business ops. You can make that shop more efficient, more productive, more profitable. She could learn life lessons. And this is the thing that you and your daughter have been doing for years. How much joy would you get out of that? He's like, and it's like, so every time I meet with one of these guys, usually I'm able to convince them to kind of do more of what I'm doing. Because like, we all get in our zone where we just do the same thing. By the way, almost everyone I know is just chasing a bigger number. They sold their company, they had success, so the number keeps going up and up and up. I'm like, dude, what the hell are you going to do with all that money? Like, I don't get it. I just don't understand it. Like, when at a certain point, when you have enough friends that own yachts and vacation homes and fly private, you kind of don't need to spend any of your own money anymore anyway, because you're just doing their stuff. You know, like, I don't understand what the difference is between $20 million and 200 million. I really don't. Like, I don't know how your life changes between 20 million and 200 million. I don't understand.
Well, that's the difference between 600 grand a year and 6 million a year in terms of spending at 3%, which would be pretty substantial.
But are you really going to be spending $500,000 a month? Like, how that sounds like a job.
Like, but I'm just saying, it's like, imagine living on 600 grand a year or 6 million a year.
That's how it's a literal job to spend that amount of money. Like, you want days where you just kind of hang out.
More money,
totally fine. Yeah.
More money, more things, more problems. That is so true with every single person I know. One of my best friends, I love him to death, but I make fun of him all the time because he has so many things. He has people taking care of the things. He's always stressed out. And like taxes and this and that, like just keeping track of all the things is a job at that point. So I don't know, man. I'm about simplicity and relationships and like really trying to figure out what brings you true joy and cancel out everything else in life. And I don't get the whole chasing the number that gets bigger and bigger.
Now, I gotta say, one thing that I've noticed by talking to a lot of entrepreneurs is that all of them want to use AI, but they don't know how it'll actually work inside their business. Like, it's one thing to use AI to write an email, but it's another to have it handle incoming calls, set appointments, answer questions, and talk to customers in real time.
And that's where today's sponsor, 11 Agents by 11 Labs, comes in. It's a platform that lets businesses build real-time AI voice agents for sales, support, operations, inbound calls, and more.
What's really impressive is just how fast it is to set up. You could launch voice agents in minutes, and they could speak in over 70 languages. Here's an example.
¿Podrías decirme qué tipo de ayuda necesitas?
It also works with tools businesses already use like Salesforce, HubSpot, Zendesk, Google Calendar, and Twilio. So instead of having to change up your entire workflow, it fits right into the systems that you already have.
And you could train these agents using your own knowledge base, SOPs, and policies. That way, the responses seem consistent within your business instead of just sounding generic.
Plus, with expressive mode, they give you way more more control over the tone and delivery so the conversations sound way more natural and human.
So try out 11 Agents by going to 11labs.io/icedcoffeehour to get started today for free. Again, that link is down below in the description. Thank you so much. Now let's get back to the episode.